Hey there, are HR issues giving you a frown? Turn it around with SmartHR. We are renowned.
Products are expensive, there's marketing stability. Here, everything is just off the roof. It's a lot to ask me, honestly.
Entrepreneurs, lend us your ear. We're here to solve your HR problems crystal clear. From hiring to policies, we've got you covered.
So there are many efficient ways that helps you to still remain ethical and still serve your clients with the intention of the brand.
Tune in, discover the HR world anew. With SmartHR, success is within view. Entrepreneurs, gather near and far. Let's conquer HR challenges, no matter how bizarre.
Welcome to another insightful episode of Smart HR, where we unravel the intricate world of human resources and explore the challenges faced by entrepreneurs and businesses. I am your host, Chukwunonso Modi, and in today's episode, we are delving into a pivotal aspect that can shape the destiny of businesses. We're talking as branding as the key, that's the entrepreneurial mindset shift. I know you might say this is not a HR, it's not HR inclined, but then our case study today is someone who has, problems, and this is an era where markets are saturated and consumer choices abound. So it is key for entrepreneurs to realize the profound impact that effective branding can have on their ventures, and not just them, but then their employees as well, and their clients, consumers who are taking these products. But of course, first we'll have to listen to our case study here, entrepreneur for today, and know his challenge. Let us hear him. Welcome, Olatunji, to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, I'm Olatunji Giwa, a Lagos-based photographer, and I've been doing photography for over 8 years now. I'm based in Ikorodu, and my photography name is Olatunji Giwa Photography. Simple, short. So once you remember my name, you can easily locate me on Instagram and Twitter. That's just it. Yeah.
Nice.
Simple and succinct.
Yes, really simple. That's nice. All right, tell us about your issue, Olatunji, your brand issue, rather.
Okay, so you see, now I don't know, I'm going to narrow it down to my own personal experience here. Yeah? So you see, now I'm based in Ikorodu, and the way. So are you familiar with Ikorodu? Ikorodu?
Yes, I am familiar with Ikorodu.
Okay, Ikorodu is not Sugilege, Yaba. It's not the mainland of the island. The way we do our things over here is different from how it is over there. So on the mainland, people understand photography. That these people, they are not begging you for money. You are paying them for service that they are coming to render.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now over here in Ikorodu, the pricing. That's the first thing I'll talk about. The way and manner they price you as a photographer over here is very, very. It's nothing to write them about. They don't really rate
photographers.
They don't really rate us over in Ikorodu. And sometimes you end up taking a pay cut, something that you can charge higher, or the pay you get from people in Ikorodu doesn't really reflect your due value or your standard. And it is hard to upscale when you are working with people that don't really see value in what you do. The way they negotiate with you, you just get disappointed. And now that's like a big factor when it comes to upscaling, like expanding your studio. Too. Yeah, and they forget that you have to keep the bills. You have to pay bills. You have to keep the studio functioning. You pay for lights and bills, the likes. So that's like the first one. And then again, there's this issue of retaining clients, whereby just because you don't want to settle for less now, they always look for a bargain, shortcuts. They want something good, but they don't want to pay the premium price for it. So when you want to retain them, like, okay, I look forward to working with you next time. And when they refer you, they tell their friend,
they tell them the same price.
Yes, once they get the price, they run away. And it affects business now.
Yes,
and there's also the issue of, the ever increasing cost of living. Yeah. So the cost of equipment, it keeps going high. Yeah. And, sometimes we, as a photographer, it's hard to get equipment. Like, you want to rent equipment, yeah, but we don't have enough people that rent equipment over here. They don't really see it as a big deal for, all these, we have the likes of camera joints and other popular sites that they sell cameras, but nobody's talking about, okay, you know what? Why not we looking to start investing in maybe putting up all these cameras, these lights for rent? They should dedicate some of this equipment for renting. And I mean, that's some of the issues we will face as photographers.
Okay. So
now I'm talking about all of us in general now.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Okay,
let me just get you. So you have issues with, let's say, with your clients.
Yeah.
That's the first one. So they are not forthcoming in terms of you have issues maintaining them because, first of all, the pricing is really bad. So, of course, it's affecting your funding and affecting every other thing, even having to get employees that will work with you because, if the money is not enough, you can't pay other people to stay. Then you're also like photographers in general, you inclusive, also like if there was maybe like a supplier or someone who can rent equipment instead of having to raise money to buy those equipments that are very, very expensive, right?
Yes. And sometimes you don't need to buy, there's this thing we call gas, gear acquisition syndrome. We call it gas. So this is like, I think it's self-explanatory, gear acquisition syndrome. You don't always have to buy a particular equipment just because, the market or the media that are pushing that this thing is good. You have, when you rent it, you are sure that, okay, I need this thing. Or, that's good. I'm going to save a lot of money if I don't buy this thing, and you don't need to be troubleshooting like trial and error. Once you acquire something, now you'll be at a premium price now. And for your kind of photography, you think, you don't need this thing now. You be upset that you just wasted your hard-earned money.
Money on it, all right. Okay, all right. Yeah. So we've heard you, Olatunji, and we'll definitely touch on these things that you have mentioned. That's why the show is here. So thank you again for coming on the show and for sharing this with us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Okay. So we'll go on a quick break. When we get back, we will hear from our HR expert. Do not go anywhere. All right, welcome back to SmartHR, the show where we help entrepreneurs, startups solve human resources issues. It's time to meet our HR expert. Now, this person works in a financial institution. Her job is to see startups from the registration, ideation, and everything that requires human resources. In fact, to show you how much she has grown, she has seen 4 startups to full-blown companies, and she's currently helping 3 startups at the moment, 2 fintech and 1 real estate company. She is Olamide Alamutu. Welcome to the studio, Olamide. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So we've heard Olatunji Giwa, and I will leave you, the expert, to first, give us a rundown. What do you think is the problem here? In fact, will we really say this is a human resources problem?
So, hello, Olatunji. Good afternoon. Your problem is not largely human resource problem. It's centered more around your operations, branding, and the way that you do your business. It's not majorly human resource problem. But I'll touch on a few things that could help you, but I would totally recommend that you talk to an expert in photography business properly, because this is not a people problem, right? What you have is largely a business problem. But I'll try to touch on a few things. You said something around, you said you've been in the business for 8 years, and then you have a problem attracting the right kind of customers or clients because they negotiate terribly and it affects your business. And then what we begin to question is the way you have started branding your business, because people people negotiate based on what they can see. I don't want to bring brand names out here, but there are certain brands that when they say their price, people don't negotiate. In fact, I just want to pay you whatever it is. So it's how they have positioned themselves over the years. So we begin to look at your positioning or your branding over the years, how you position your business, for instance. I would have loved to look at your social media and see what it looks like, right? Because, I mean, you are in a very, very social media frenzy age right now. There's hardly anybody doing a business like yours that is not on actually any business at all that is not on social media. So the kind of branding, the way you position your business is key. That's one. The way you talk about your business is key. Then the quality of service, again, you have been doing it for, I can't see your job, so I can't say how I can't say, okay, maybe these are the concerns that people have, and just feel like, you know what, this person doesn't deserve the amount he wants me to pay. Do you understand? So that's the concern. You said something else around equipment rentage, gadgets. For your kind of work, your equipments are very, very expensive. I know of that. And I know that people like you, people that are into tech industry, you guys, this your gadget acquisition syndrome that you mentioned, it's not peculiar to only the photography industry. People in the tech field, most of them are even always into getting new gadgets. But if you know that you cannot afford this, as in, it's not even a very big problem. It's very simple. Network with the right people. If you've been doing it for 8 years, I would like to assume you've known a number of people in your field in the last 8 years. What you do is become friends with them, get close to them in such a way that you can either borrow or rent their equipment when you need it and all of that, so that you can now save. Prioritize the equipment you get. If you don't need it, don't buy it. It's not do or die. You don't have to get all the equipment in the world. Prioritize it. Itemize the equipment that you need and the equipment that you want. You don't have to get everything that you want, but you can focus on getting the things that you know that you need and all of that. So, I mean, what other thing did you mention?
He spoke about the fact that pricing, he doesn't know how to handle it, especially because of where he stays. So he feels like it's the Ikorodu that is the problem.
No, the problem is not where you stay. Again, I don't think that your location is a problem, because, in fact, I mentioned social media. Most people don't even need to know where you stay to contact you for a service. They just see how good your work is and reach out to you. A lot of the people I've used for services from social media, half the time I don't even know their names. I just see your service and I like it and I reach out to you. So your location is not the problem. Again, I question your branding, because if your business is likely located there and everything about your branding is tied to Ikorodu, it is Ikorodu people that will price you. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You cannot expect somebody in Ikorodu to pay you 400,000 naira. If I have 400,000 naira for a photo shoot, for instance, I won't pick a photographer in Ikorodu. I'll move out of Ikorodu. Yeah. So I speak to your branding and the way you operate your business more than your customers. There are different customers for different price ranges.
Yes. So he has to, if he wants them to pay him well, he has to move outside the thought process of only Ikorodu people. I mean, like you said, social media is now big now, so he can get clients from Lekki, Maryland, so many places. It doesn't have to be that Ikorodu. But then this is bringing me to this question. You know, it's not just him. So many other brands, they are very, I don't want to say they have maybe because this is where I am, so I must get clients around me. So they've not really expanded or flown their wings. So what would you say about that when it comes to brand operations? Because it looks like it's only the big shots that take all these things into consideration. The startups are still struggling to get it.
It's a mindset shift. So, and again, it's what you want. If you start your business with the mindset that I don't want a lot of big things, I just want to be able to get small 50,000 here and there to, sort my daily meals, and I'm fine. You will continue to get what you are looking for. But if you start with a growth mindset, in no time you will leave, because every of your actions will be positioned around the things you are looking at achieving. Say, for instance, you started from Ikorodu. You've been in the business for 8 years. In your first year, you said, okay, I want to be in Ikorodu and, grow. But in 2 years, I want to be able to have a lot of customers outside Ikorodu. What you begin to do in your first year is make sure your work is the standard of your work is better than the regular Ikorodu work. First off, you sharpen your skills, and then you network with people outside of your location. Once you begin to do that, you begin to now look at how to attract customers outside your location. Where can you find those kind of people? What kind of outings do you need to go to? What kind of social media branding do you need? What kind of groups do you need to belong to? It doesn't even have to be about, it could be as tiny as WhatsApp groups. There are WhatsApp groups for photographers. There are focus groups, things places you can network and mingle and all of that. So you find that in 2 years, what has gotten better is your skills. What has gotten better is kind of people that are learning from you. You don't have just people that think that I want to use photography to pass time till maybe I get into school. You have people that are genuinely interested in the job. They are coming to you. You are growing as a boss. It's not just you. It's now you and maybe 3 other people learning from you. And then you now have customers outside your location. So it's a mindset thing, really. If you have a growth mindset, your business operations will not be limited to your location.
Yes. Oh my God, thank you so much, Olamide. I mean, we did say that this is not HR, but I think we've been able to point Olatunji in the right direction where he's meant to go, and hopefully this will help him to go back and re-strategize so he does better and he gets better clients too this time. Thank you again, Olamide, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right, we have come to the end of this episode. I mean, I hope you've taken 1 or 2 things from this, especially those who might also be going through something like this. I would like to hear from you, so leave your review and share your feedback on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram at Africa Business Radio, and on Twitter at Africa Biz Radio. Until next time, I am Chukwunonso Modi.
This podcast was proudly brought to you by ACT Foundation.